everybody, welcome, SoulsReaper Healing. Today I thought we would do a Black Moon Astrology love spread. I haven't done this one before, so I thought it'd be nice to do it for Valentine's Day. So let's see what's going on. When I lay the cards down, I'll tell you which position is what. So let's go ahead and get on it. I hope everybody has a great Valentine's Day. I know I definitely felt the energy shift with the full moon coming up in Leo. It's going to be a fiery one. Bottom of the deck is 6th house routine. Bear with me, guys. I've been trying different mics. Hopefully you can hear me better on this one. Okay, first position up here is the other person's energy dynamic at the present time. So, first card out. 51, it's a 6 Mercury retrograde reinvention. So basically the other person is going, your person is going through some changes right now. A lot of changes. What we'll do is after I get all of them flipped over, I'll read what it says in the book about these specific cards. Second position is your energy dynamic, how you express yourself to the external world. Number 48, which is Yod. It's a destiny card. So I feel with this one, this represents us as a collective, walking in our purpose, in our destiny, you know. Touch more on that one here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get some of these other ones up so we have a feel for what's really going on. Third position, how you connect to each other at the present time. Okay, we got the healing card, number 8, Sharon. Healing. I believe that Sharon, I think that represents your wounded healer in your birth chart. Karma and things like that, you're different things you're working on in this life. This one, fourth position, is your common base, the current foundation of your relationship. Number 15, the Gemini I Think card, which is a 6, equals a 6. History of the relationship. Okay. Fifth position is the basis or history of this relationship, possibly including aspects the other person might not want to reveal at the current time. Okay, that one's number 33, 9th house. Fate. I love that card. Sixth position is your history in regards to the relationship, things you'd rather not show or what you feel might weaken or strengthen the bond. The Scorpio card. I transform. Hey, it's my card. I'm a Scorpio, sun. It's a transformation card, death and rebirth. The right side is us, the left side is the person that you're dealing with. So the right side is you guys out there. This side would be the person you are dealing with, or will be dealing with. The very last card is the 7th position, mutual bonds and the viability of the relationship. If the relationship is worth having, and if there is a higher good to it. Okay, number 47, which equals an 11. Grand Cross Provoker. This seems like a pretty intense card. Sounds like there's some issues going on. I kind of feel like we're being pushed. Pushed to make the changes that we need to make within ourselves. So this side being your person, let's see what's going on with them. Find my book. This one. I had it the other day. Okay, this is the other person's energy at the present time. So, Mercury retrograde reinvention. Got some changes going on there. I'll let you know, because I'm still studying these cards. I'll let you know what card it represents in the tarot, because it will say on here. This represents the 2 of Swords in the tarot. So, let's see, I'm trying to find where it talks about relationships, because it has multiple different meanings about the card itself. Okay, if you are asking about the strengthening of a relationship, this is not a good time to get married, but it is an excellent time to renew your vows. It's not a good time to initiate a divorce or end a relationship, though, considering how soon Mercury moves forward again. Because if you do, then the relationship will soon move forward again, too. If you are feeling hopeless and worried that a relationship is never going to work, the Mercury retrograde card is actually a good one to turn up in a reading. It means there is more than what you know about the situation at the current time, and that the possibility of the relationship getting on its legs and moving ahead is very likely. It also a fortuitous time to connect with a lover from the past. It is a time to revise, reinvent, and renew. So a brief description of this card. And being the 2 of Swords, you know, that's kind of a crossroads, you know, energy. Their description in this book is glitches, screw-ups, miscommunications, carelessness, cancellations, misunderstandings, eruption of quarrels. So it seems to me like they're in a place of indecision. They're in a place of they're being pushed right now to make changes. They're being pushed to work on themselves. So a lot of things are probably changing in their life right now, and they don't understand. Some of them don't understand that why the changes are happening. Okay, so Second position is their energy. Well, wait. Yep. Your energy dynamic, how you express yourself in the external world. Okay, I'm sorry, it is mixed together. So this is our energy right here in healing mode, okay? Just going to briefly touch on this. I know, me personally, I've been in healing mode for a while. I'm sure you guys have been as well. Working on yourself, loving yourself, showing more attention to yourself. Because once you get to a place of understanding what you think is what you create, things start to change in your life. You start to change your focus. You start changing how you see things, you know, breaking those patterns, those ties, all of those things that tend to hold us back. And we've kind of all been, I know I have personally been in like a holding pattern, especially for the last couple years. It just seems like I was just stuck, you know. But there was a lot of things myself that I had to accept and release. And personally, I was holding on to an old belief pattern of what a relationship was. And based off of my upbringing, what I believed was a equal relationship, what I believed was a loving and caring relationship with unconditional love, was in turn not my belief. Because we tend to find out, if you can look back in your own in your own relationships, you can look at every single relationship that you've been in your lifetime, and you'll see a pattern in that. And when you start seeing that pattern, because each one of them will have you really, honestly, the same, this is how I thought, because I'm like, there's no way they were all the same. But you will have certain aspects that were the same. I mean, we have to remember we are the common denominator in the relationship. So whoever we were with would reflect back to us the things that we needed to heal and work on, and we would reflect that energy to that person as well, what they needed to work on. But if you're working from a wounded place, like I was working from a place of what I believed was a beautiful relationship that was worthy of me, and I was worthy of it. But I was acting out of a place of not fulfilled within myself, not feeling worthy, and wanting love, but pushing it away. And basically everything that was brought to me was for my highest good, to teach me about myself. But I think with this card, this healing card, it's the Hanged Man. So I mean, it's not. I'm sure. I know I'm not alone in this. That we've all been in a Hanged Man position for quite a while, because it seems to me, I mean, different. There's different readers that I've watched for years on YouTube, and a lot of them were like I was, feeling stuck, But that was our part. That was what was supposed to happen for that time, for us to look within and heal ourselves. And so the Hangman is a perfect depiction of that. Certain sorrows of the deep past may be surfacing, so be careful of repeating old patterns. This will tend to resurface unless faced directly, and if not faced, the pain will continue. This is an awakening time where you can resolve things. And this was our energy dynamic, how you express yourself in the external world. I mean, we've been in this hangman position for a little while. At least I know I have. The symbol for the Chiron is a key, and this card says you have the key to open the right doors at your asking. To do this, you will have to work with the wounded or the downtrodden in some way. So if this is true, it is now time to save yourself and others. This is a card of great transformation. You are rising from the swamps. Chiron's energy says that once we are able to heal ourselves, we can also take this gift or wound and learn how to restore others. We can mend our wounds when we embrace, process, and understand the gift of illness or dysfunction. Chiron is also an experiment in alchemy, which gives us the ability to transform the mundane into the marvelous. So, even though we've been in this hangman, we've been healing this whole time. Hey, Simba. Simba apparently wanted to be seen in this video. You know, the lion. We're in Leo right now. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Oh. Okay. Come on now. You gotta stay right there, sweetheart. But, you know, we've been working on this healing for quite some time, and a lot of you guys out there, as well as myself, I don't know if you felt that push to give, the push to show love, you know, to the world. But that's also what it's talking about, you know, with coming from a healed space. We're able to project that loving energy outside of ourselves, and we tend to draw in, you know, people that do need that little spark of light, that beauty, you know, that love, and unconditional love, because it took me forever, you know, it seemed like, to understand that my view of love was not correct. You know, it was a pattern, it was what I was raised. It wasn't what I was raised, but it was the first representation I had growing up. The first relationship I saw and lived in was the relationship with my parents. But each one of you will have different people that raised you. It could be aunties, grandparents, anyone, sometimes strangers, you know. But each one can look back at that specific relationship, and I know I did. You will be able to see that relationship with your, you know, you'll be able to see that relationship and have a greater understanding of why your relationships are the way they are. Because of that belief system that your inner child told you, you know, okay, this is how relationships are supposed to be, we would mimic and repeat that pattern. So it looks to me, you know, like we're pushing through this, and we are at a space now to where we're more in an unconditional love space, and have battled a lot of those inner demons that we needed to work on, you know, patterns. And it's not really demons, I don't really like to say that meaning anything, but it's basically things that torment us and things that bother us and things that, and a lot of times we don't realize it because it is a subconscious thing until you actually sit down and look at the patterns. You bring it to your conscious. But let's move on to the third position, how you connect to each other at the present time, and it is the Gemini card, the I think, which a lot of mental energy. It also equals a 6, which equal give and take. Let's see what this Gemini card says. I know a lot of us have spent time up in our heads before we started feeling that heart chakra opening. So it's also a communication card. And it represents the Lovers. So, your common base, the current foundation of your relationship. So even if this is just relationship with yourself, if you're single like I am and been single as a Pringle for a while, you know, this is representing you if there's no one in the picture. Or, you know, it can also represent the current foundation of your relationship. It can also represent a relationship that can be coming in, that, you know, because these videos, even though they have a date on them, they are timeless. So whenever whoever sees this, that's when they're meant to see it. Well, let's see what it says, because we already know. Oh, you know, a lot of you guys out there that have watched tarot for a while, you know what the Lovers card is. When this card comes up, you may be the object of discussion, or you may have to talk your way out of a sticky situation. Current time, you may find yourself to be highly strung, nervous, or excitable, as is the nature of Gemini, but still able to figure it all out with a probing mind. It may feel as if you are riding a high wind with a lofty energy. Multitasking may be required of you. Gemini is also the sign of soulmates, corresponding to the Lovers card in the tarot. So this card can indicate an important romantic relationship has started or will figure in shortly. Words are important right now, so use them wisely. Words will be imperative regarding the outcome of this reading. Alright, so communication, solid foundations. Gemini is the twins, so, you know, it's balance as well. You know, balancing the light and the dark within us. Fifth position, basis or history of the relationship, possibly including aspects the other person might not want to reveal at this current time. So this is the other person. Ninth house, faith, which is 33. Or like I said, if you don't have anyone at this time, it can represent you, or it can represent someone who will be coming into your life. I love this card, this faith card. Ninth house in astrology is the house position for the sign Sagittarius and is ruled by the planet Jupiter, the planet of openness, luck, and expansion. The area of the traditional horoscope wheel is the house of travel, philosophy, high-mindedness, and also religion. A search for meaning through established structures. Things to do with government and religion may come about whenever the ninth house is included. So let's see what this says when it comes up. So this is basis or history of the relationship or other aspects the other person may not want you to know. This card. Okay, it is time to consider your pending plans in the broadest terms. It means you will have to go outside of your ordinary life to achieve your goals. Long-distance travels, journeys, and voyages to unknown places may figure in regarding your question. Ninth house is a house of explorers and pilgrims, where this is a clear and a quest and a destination. It is where we seek guidance and understanding. The possibility of returning to school and furthering your education is likely in the near future. In short, this card indicates you're about to depart on an important journey. So, with that being the basis of the history of the relationship or aspects of the other person, it sounds like it's meaning that, you know, that they're being, you know, with this card here, they're being pushed to get on, you know, get on their journey, start going with it, start moving. This is the Three of Wands in the tarot. the Faith card, which is a 33. So they're being pushed to get a move on. Kind of like we have been. I know before this new moon energy, I was feeling the push. Alright, 6th position, history in regards to the relationship. Things you'd rather not show or what you feel might weaken or strengthen the bond. Alright. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Hey guys. I don't know what was going on. I mean, I recorded everything and for some reason it didn't connect on that last part of it, so I'm going to try this again. We were at the 6th position. History in regards to the relationship. Things you'd rather not show or what you feel might weaken or strengthen the bond. And it is the Scorpio I transform card. You know, death and rebirth. It's the death card. Let's see. History in regards to the relationship. If romance is your question, expect it to be transforming and not something you can leave aside. In some cases, your partner may seem aloof and hard to reach, and matters may erupt into unexpected passions. If surrounding cards indicate that things will progress, this may be one of the most important and transforming relationships you have ever had. Let's see. A new thing born out of something thought dead, resurrection, love born out of depth of passion. Things you'd rather not show or what you feel might weaken or strengthen. Transformation through desire, psychic ability, secrets, wins and losses, sexual attraction, secret affairs. When Scorpios feel deeply, they fear the loss of control, and they will sting when threatened or cornered. Almost always, Scorpios will deliver the last hit. Scorpio does not roll over and play dead. They never forget a slight. People of this sign will make their mark, even when they have to do it alone. If the Scorpio card comes up, then you're being tested. You may feel isolated and on your own without much sympathy or help from others. If so, it's time to stand on your own and fight those forces gathered against you. You will likely win and come out much stronger and happier than before, but it's still an intense time. There are a number of positive changes with this card. You will soon gain what you have worked so hard for. This card implies karmic issues, even the resurfacing of a past life recollections. So many of your relationships now will be of a karmic nature and thus be tried as well. Your life may seem like a trial. So this one is the history of the relationship, past relationship, past relationships, you know, ones that you've had throughout your lifetime. You know, everybody has Scorpio in their chart somewhere. A lot of these, you know, Gemini. We all have each sign in our chart somewhere. But it's basically saying that, you know, you're being pushed to make changes or they will show you things, actually. You know, it can be that too. That you will start having a bigger understanding of yourself and how things affected you from childhood. You know, how those patterns growing up basically created, you know, each one of your relationships. Every relationship you've been through was a recreation of what you remembered as a child. So, and, you know, being pushed to face those. We're being pushed to, you know, it says you'll be tested, and we're always, you know, tested in one way, shape, or form. But it's, with this card down here, the Provoker, I know it's a push, you know, it's a push for change. So let's go to the last, 7th position, number 7, lucky number. Mutual bonds and the viability of the relationship. If the relationship is worth having, and if there is a higher good to it. And it's a 47, which equals an 11. And like I said, I felt a lot of fire energy off of that card. And I think it's kind of representing, and it does show on there, it shows a planet on there. I'll show you the card. I feel it's the energy of this moon. This Leo moon, you know, very fiery. Go get them, you know, go get it done attitude, you know. See it? Can you see that? There's a moon on the bottom of that. I don't know if it's the moon or if it's just a planet. But that card, let's see. This card is the Nine of Wands, which most of you who watch tarot know that the Ten of Wands is a huge burden. The tens also are at completion, where you're to the point to where you're done. You're officially done. Nine of Wands is real close to that as far as burdens go. When this card presents itself in a reading, it suggests there are multiple talents you're able to access as well as numerous paths you can take. Focus and organization are key. Until this matter phases out, expect resistance, since opposition is the main energy field of the Grand Cross. Opposition. It's fiery. On a track, the momentum toward the attainment of what you desire will be impossible to stop. It mainly has to do with the shifting of energy and switching into gear. In regards to relationships or love, they will have a faded quality. You will not want to let go of a person no matter how hard it gets. There will be sacrifice and compromise with this relationship, and it will be one where you may want to bump your head against the many walls that seem to fly up out of nowhere. You're being challenged, and if you do not weather it out and see what the future brings, you will likely always regret letting this relationship go. You are becoming more realistic and focused. You won't be attracted so much by glitz and glitter, but looking more towards stability and long-lasting success. A good thing to remember is that it's best not to fight the hard lessons at this time. In fact, this is a period where you need to take stock of all that has brought you to this place. It is time to draw upon your own strength. In doing so, you will move from uncertainty into a place of peace and contentment. You know, and like I said with this energy, I mean, it's, to me, it's very pleasant. I was so incredibly relaxed when I woke up this morning, content within myself. Like I said, you know, with my two of my kiddos, both Aries, they've been really tired this past couple days. And my Capricorn son, he was a little irritable this morning. So everybody is going to be affected by this energy differently. But it is Leo, it is a fire sign, so very active. So it's kind of balanced, but it seems to me like, you know, everything is changing. A lot of these cards in this are about change. Being, you know, pushed to make the changes that we need to make to be fulfilled within ourselves. Because once you have, as a lot of them say, a lot of the readers and stuff say, a full cup. Once you are full within yourself, happy within yourself, to where you can be by yourself and be great with it, be happy-go-lucky, you know, not in any of those states to where you feel like you have to have another person to complete you. because you know within yourself that you are complete and whole. And when you're at that space, it's also a reflection of your connection within yourself and with God. It's a connection of loving yourself and also loving that inner child within you. And once you get to that, even though we will be challenged and things will change, because change is inevitable, it always happens. But if we are able to accept those things within ourselves and move forward, let go of the old and bring in the new, a lot of things are going to change in your all's lives. In my life, in your life, you know, we're collective energy. I think a lot of the readers think the same way I do. I've been watching tarot for 4 years now, but I think that different tarot readers out there have their own specific collective that they work with. And you'll resonate with this if you know that you resonate with other readers. There'll be a specific few readers that you always watch their videos, and that's because those readers, you're part of their collective. This is how I feel about it, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I feel like we are drawn to the readers that have messages for us, or we are led there. You know, sometimes you'll have a random video pop up on your feed, and maybe you've never seen that person before. But that is your guides. That's God. That's your guides, your angels. They're letting you know, because they will speak to you, you know, through videos, through music, television shows, anything that you're drawn to listen to or watch. Sometimes just random song plays on the radio and you're like, wow, that really resonates with me. It's the same thing with readers. If you're drawn here, then you're part of my collective, which means we are going through the same part on our journey right now. So we're drawn to each other because we are on the same part of the journey. So anywho, this was the love reading I have for you guys. I hope it, gave you a little insight to what's going on with us as a collective right now. And if you have, if you don't have anyone and you're all alone, single as Pringle, like me, just, have a wonderful Valentine's Day, guys. Treat yourself, buy yourself some flowers, treat yourself to a massage, take yourself out to eat, give yourself that love that you deserve. And I hope you guys have a happy Valentine's Day. And I'll see you soon. Have a beautiful day.